Hello everybody! I want to talk a little bit about this album by the Japanese band EZO. And these guys actually were formed back in 1982 under the name of Flatbacker. And they released two albums between 1982 and 1986. And then in 86 they moved to the US and they got discovered by GENE Simmons. And they released two more albums between 1986 and 1990. And this is their debut album on Geffen Records. And the musicians were very good musicians. Here are the guys. Masaki was the vocalist and he represented the wind element in the band. And then we had Taro, that was the bass player, Taro Takahasaki. And he presented the earth element in EZO. Then we have Shoho, the guitar player. He actually won the lottery and that's why he could stay in the US. That's a great trivia thing. And he was the fire element. And then we have the drummer Hiro. His real name was Hirochuku Homa. And he represented the water element in EZO. I mean, he was also in Loudness from 1994 till 2001. And the vocalist was in Loudness from 92 till 2001. He was singing on quite a few albums, like Heavy Metal Hippies. From 94, I think the one came out. And the debut album with him on from Loudness, 92. The Loudness album, he was on there too. And they even covered a song. I mean, House of Thousand Pleasure. That song was later covered by Loudness on the Once and For All live album from 1994. And the drummer was also in Anthem, you know, one of my favorite bands also from Japan. He was in that band from 2000 till 2013. So many great songs on this album, like the one I mentioned already, House of Thousand Pleasures. That was actually co-written by James St. James from Black and Blue fame. Flashback Heart Attack. That was a single actually. And same thing about House of Thousand Pleasures. There was a promo single. And Flashback Heart Attack was co-written by James Christian from House of Lords. Then we have Mr. Midnight, again co-written by James and St. James from Black and Blue. And most of the other songs were co-written by a guy named Adam Michel. And of course you know him if you are a Kiss fan, because he even plays some guitar on Creatures of the Night. But he also co-wrote Partners in Crime or Crazy Crazy Nights by Kiss. He worked quite a lot with Kiss. And he co-wrote nearly all the songs on this album actually. We also have the lyrics of the album. And this is, if you are into hard and heavy, you will like this album. Especially check out House of Thousand Pleasures, Here It Comes, there was a single, and I Walk Alone. But all the songs are good. They later released a second album that I also have, but I wanted to talk about this album from 1987, recorded at the One Studios in LA, and co-produced by GENE Simmons. I don't know if I said it already, but this is just a must-have. Okay? Great, underrated, hard and heavy album from the 80s. Stay metal, everybody!